Hey guys, welcome to this Makeup Revolution testing video. Today I'm going to be testing a load of Revolution Pro, and I think FiXX Revolution as well. I think it's a mixture of all of those brands underneath the Revolution umbrella. I'm hoping the products I've got match my skin tone because I added a tiny little bit of tanning serum to my face. Can I just say, side note, the Tanologist tanning serum, I just cannot get it to work. Like, I scrub my hands after I use it. I use the tiniest amount and I still think my face looks pretty orange and blotchy. So I don't recommend that. And if you can see that on my hands, I promise you, I scrubbed my hands. I washed them. I've washed them since. And still I end up with this. I only wanted a tiny little tint to my face. I don't want this orangey kind of like beard looking tint. But hey, let's see if the shade matches work. But yeah, I've got a load of base products, lip products, face products, and everything's vegan that I picked out. So yeah, if you want to see some products tested, carry on watching. So one of my favourite concealers is actually the Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite, which is it's a relatively new release, I think. Like, it's the newest version, I think. I don't know, they release stuff all the time, so who's to say, but I think it's the newest version of their Conceal and Define concealer, and it has more coverage than the original version. I do like the original version, but I found I went through it so quickly because it's a lovely sort of medium coverage. It's not full coverage by any means, but I think that to get more coverage, maybe I was adding quite a lot and I just went through them really, really quickly. So even though they're really affordable, these ones I think are a better bet because they give you a bit more coverage and you can use less product to get the same amount of coverage, if that makes any sense. But anyway, these are two of my favourites, but I did pick up the Revolution Pro Ultimate Radiant Under Eye Concealer, and I'm going to see if this is any good. And again, I hope it matches my orange skin. I also really need to cut my fringe. I'm just a bit of a mess today. I got the shade C6, and I think I always go for the light shade with a neutral undertone, because usually that's what I am. But obviously right now I have an orange tinge to my skin. That's quite a lot. I have a feeling this is going to be a medium coverage. I always get asked about this mirror that I use. It's a palette that I use as a mirror, just because it's the biggest handheld mirror I own. And it's this random, I got it ages ago from TK Maxx. I would not buy makeup from TK Maxx these days because I saw this video on YouTube about an app you can use to check how old products are, and this person, I think they were in America, so I think it was TJ Maxx, and they were going around scanning things, and one face cream, I think it expired. Oh, is someone coming up the drive? Hi.
Lisa, yeah? Thank you so much.
And I'm back. It's actually my mum's birthday today, so she just got some flowers. Isn't that sweet? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, TK Maxx. So I think in the US it's called TJ Maxx. In the UK it's called TK Maxx. And they basically sell end-of-line stock or, yeah, old season clothes, I guess, and old makeup, apparently. Because this guy was saying that you can use this app to scan beauty products and they tell you from the barcode when they expired. And this face cream that he scanned expired in 2010. 2010. I mean, it'll probably be fine. It probably won't kill you. I'm very much, when it comes to expiry dates, as long as it's not making my skin sting, it's fine. Same with food, you know, a few days after the expiry date, it ain't gonna kill me. Unless, depending on what it is. I think that's when you eat meat, obviously you have to be really strict on that, but when you don't, the world is your oyster. Vegan oyster. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but this seems beautiful. Like, it's my main thing with concealer at the moment is, does it leave texture? Because I realised back in the day I would really like a full coverage, but it did end up giving quite a lot of texture. This is giving me nice coverage. Like, can you see? It's a nice natural coverage. You can still kind of see my eye bags. It's not, you know, super full coverage, but lovely finish, a really nice natural finish. Hopefully it's picking it up on the camera, because it truly is a beautiful, even more natural than I'd say this is like a teeny bit more coverage, but a tiny bit more matte, whereas this is a really pretty natural finish. I have high hopes for this. It's described as radiant, and I do think it's a nice radiant concealer. I'm gonna take my hair down. I don't know why I had it up in a scrunchie. I have a feeling this would be really nice for like mature skin types, or if you've got dry skin and you want a nice hydrating concealer. Thing is, with hydrating concealers, I often find they give no coverage. It's almost like that it's not worth putting them on because it's such light coverage. So why not just use a BB cream? You know, why not just use a moisturiser? But this is sitting really nicely on the skin, but also giving a nice light medium coverage. I am really happy with that. Very impressed. First impressions only, but very impressed with that. I'll just whiz through this, but I'm just gonna add a little bit of BB cream. This is the Purito BB cream. This is the Purito BB cream, and as you can see, it's got a bit of a weird grey undertone to it, and also the shade range in general just sucks. What was I talking about? Why was I talking about TK Maxx? Oh yeah, because of this. I get so many questions about this palette. I mean, the palette I haven't really touched. I got it ages ago. I don't even think it's vegan. But the mirror's nice and big. So there we go. I was going to get the Revolution foundation, but I'm just not really wearing foundation that often. I'm just wearing a BB cream these days. So didn't get that because I don't want to waste my money. Oh shoot, I've just automatically gone in with my contour stick on my cheeks, which is my Oma Beauty. I use it every single day, that's why. My Oma Beauty contour stick, which I freaking love. But I do actually have a contour palette from Revolution, so that's my bad. So I'm not going to go any further. I've just added a bit to my cheeks. But I'm going to use their Sculpt and Glow Contour and Highlight palette. I got mine in the shade Desert Sky. I think they do 3 different shades, one deeper than this and one a bit more, I don't know, I looked at swatches and the lighter version of this looked very, very warm. It looked like a pink, almost like a peachy pink. Oh god, don't make it easy to open, do they? Oh, jeez. Does anyone else just have no strength in their hands? I feel like it's not even my arms, it's my hands. Oh my jeez. What I wonder is, people who have those crazy long nails, like, you know, you see those nails that are literally like this long. How do you do anything? How do you open a makeup palette? How do you type on your phone properly? You'd have to go like this instead of like that. You'd have to press with your thumbs. It must change how you do so many things. All to have long nails. I just don't understand. I mean, they look cool, but, you know. Why will you not open? Oh, come on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, packaging, but product looks quite pretty. Ooh, okay. Very smooth upon first swatch. That's what they look like swatched. I've just brought you in a teeny little bit closer so you can see as I apply it. Again, I have got a really dodgy tanning serum on, so who knows if this is gonna look muddy or not. I really don't recommend. I've seen so many of the Tanologist sponsored posts on Instagram, and I get it, you know, get your coin, but I bought it because I saw somebody advertising it on a sponsored post, and it's awful. I have not tried a worse tanning serum than that one. And it also makes your eyebrows go orange, weirdly. I was really careful about using it this time, but I've used it before and woken up with just orange patches around my eyebrows. This is blending really smoothly. I mean, I kind of fudged it up because I know I already added some contour here. But really very, 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 very smooth. It kind of, the consistency kind of reminds me of the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula, that kind of really, really smooth, buttery kind of formula. So let's try the highlighter as well. Why not, since we're here? I'm gonna just take the same brush. I don't typically go for powder highlighters because I like a liquid, natural looking highlight. But that is very natural. You know what this does remind me of, actually, and it might even be a copy of it, because I know Makeup Revolution do copy other brands quite often, but it reminds me a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. Like that really smooth, natural looking, very soft formula. I am very impressed. Like, can you see how it doesn't look powdery at all? And that's my thing with powder contours and highlighter palettes. They seem to just look a little bit powdery, which is just not the vibe. I like it to look seamless with the skin, which is why I usually opt for a liquid highlight. But yeah, this, I mean, I'm really impressed. I might even put some on the end of my nose. I know you're not supposed to do that. Cupid's bow and end of my nose. I know technically it doesn't really do anything, but when in Rome. It doesn't suit my nose type anyway. I'm gonna rub that off. Just adding a bit of boutique blush. This is one of the only blushes I use. Next up, I'm gonna use the XX. This is the Revolution XX range. I don't know why they need so many different ranges. It's really quite overwhelming. But this is kind of like Revolution Pro, but it's a step up from Revolution Pro. It's a little bit more expensive. And this is their eye base in the shade Basic. I think they do one that's transparent and one that has a bit of a nude tint to it. Now I have the concealer from this range as well because I saw someone recommend it on Instagram, and it's just not for me. It's really, if you're wondering, this is what it looks like. I had the shade CX07. It's very similar packaging. It's got the XX on it, kind of copying Fenty, that kind of vibe. The packaging, this bit's a bit stiff, so sometimes it splashes out a bit, so beware of that. I like the shape of the applicator, but it's just on my skin, it's great coverage, but it looks very kind of like painty. Like it's very matte, dry. You are wearing makeup. Like if you're wearing this, it's like that person is wearing makeup. It's not, it doesn't look natural by any means, in my opinion. It's just not for me personally. And especially if you've got little lines underneath your eye, I don't think you'll like this, because for me it picks up on those. It makes my nose look a bit dry. It's just not worth the money, in my opinion. I mean, I'll probably end up using it up. It looks okay in photos if you want, if you maybe for a night out or something, it might look okay, but yeah, day-to-day wear, not for me. However, their eyeshadow base, this one, I've really been liking, and I have to admit, I was not an eyeshadow base kind of gal. I was a concealer on the eyelids kind of gal. This is what the applicator looks like. It's got this little doe foot, very, very snazzy. You can get into the inner corner really well. Covers up veins quite nicely. I think I have actually already put a bit of concealer on my eyelid. Like I say, I was always a concealer on the eyelids kind of gal. However, since watching Robert Welsh, I've realised that you can do whatever you want to do with makeup, but the point of having a separate product as an eyeshadow base is because a concealer and an eyeshadow base are doing two different things. I mean, he explains it a lot better than I can, but basically the point of having two different products, a concealer and an eyeshadow base, is because a concealer is to conceal and it will have a very different finish. Even if you set it with powder, it will, and then you put eyeshadow on top, it will kind of like slip and slide with the powder molecules or whatever. He explains it a lot better than I can. But when you use an eyeshadow base, that's primed and ready. That makes your eyelids primed and ready for product. So I have been opting to use this, and I do actually really like it, because I used to think it was a pointless step, but actually I found it has made my eyeshadow look nicer, and I love that it covers up the veins on the eyelids as well. I don't like transparent ones where you then have to go in with a white or a cream shade on top to kind of block out the colour. It seems like a pointless two-step thing that can be rolled into one product. So I do like this. I am enjoying using this, and I think for eyeshadow today I'm going to play it safe. I was going to use, so I purchased a duochrome. This is the duochrome pigment pot by FiXX in the shade Switch. This I don't know how to use, because the swatches online I thought it was like a khaki bronze, but it's a straight up green olive dark shade. I mean, it's beautiful. You can't really see it there. It is beautiful, but unless I'm doing a full-on smoky eye and I put that in the middle of my eye, I just don't know how to use it, and I'm just not feeling that on a casual Saturday. I'm really not feeling that. So instead I'm going to use these as eyeshadows and just take the contour shade as a crease shade, and then the highlighter as a lid shade. This contour kit worked amazingly on the eyelids as well, blending so nicely. I'm just doing a little wing with my Mina eyeliner, and then filling in my brows with the Brow Define Micro Eyebrow Pencil by MUA. And then back to Revolution. I do have another Revolution product. This is their Highbrow Gel in the clear colour, but this is from their Cannabis Sativa range. And I have actually tried the lip balm from this range and I hated it, but I've had some recommendations to try this one out. Now, I was reluctant, I won't lie to you, because my all-time favourite eyebrow gel has never steered me wrong. £2.50 from Sainsbury's, the Boutique Eyebrow Gel. If you've been on my channel for a while, you know that that one is my absolute favourite. But I'm always willing to try new things, and as I'm trying not to go to the supermarket, because obviously it's not essential to have an eyebrow gel, so I'm trying not to go to the supermarket too often, and boutique stands are only available in superstores at Sainsbury's. They're not usually in the smaller stores. They make these things so hard to open. So I thought if there's a similar affordable version that I can purchase online, then I would rather do that. So this is in this frosted tube, and it has a funky multicoloured lid. Now let's give it a go. Okay, teeny tiny little brush. I am a very harsh critic when it comes to eyebrow gels, so let's give it a go. Feels very watery, like a really thin gel. But I really like the brush, and it brushed through the brow hairs nicely. I'll just let them set and then I'll come back to them and tell you what I think. In the meantime, let's move on to mascara. So this is a new mascara by Revolution. It is their 5D. Oh, what does 5D mean? 3D, 4D, now 5D. What on earth does that mean? Virtual? Is that like you know, if you go see a 3D film, it comes out of the screen. If you see a 4D film, it's when they kind of like blow stuff in your face and, you know, spray you with water and things. What on earth does 5D mean? They transport you to the location? I don't know. This had amazing reviews and it was vegan. And oh, it's in a funky white tube like this. Let's have a look at the brush. Interesting. Okay. You know what? That does actually do it for me. Not gonna lie to you, that does. I have high hopes. I'm gonna give it a go. Should I curl my eyelashes first? Nah. I never curl my eyelashes. Let me read the claims on the box. It says length, lift, define, stretch, volume, extreme extension mascara with hyaluronic hydration boost. Hey, not gonna lie, I am impressed with this. I do feel like it's given my lashes quite a lot of lift, and considering it's the first time I've used it, and I find with mascaras they get better with time, I am excited to keep using this. It's a bristle brush, by the way, I didn't say that, but it's not a plastic wand, it's a bristle brush. Yeah, okay, interesting, very interesting. I just have one more new product to show you, but first of all, I'm going to line my lips with one of their Revolution lip liners, Satin Kiss lip liners. Pretty sure these are all vegan. There might be a couple of shades that aren't, but I'm 99% sure that the entire range is vegan. They remind me a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury lip cheats, actually, in packaging and in formula. I think I'm going to go for a nude today because this pink one in Cupcake, I think it is, yeah, this one is super duper pink, like proper Nicki Minaj back in the day pink. So I'm going to take Heart Race, this one. Little stub. This reminds me a lot of Iconic Nude. It might be the slightest bit more nude than brown. And then on top, I'm going to put one of their Shimmer Bomb lip glosses. So this is the mini collection of their Shimmer Bombs, which I'm pretty sure are trying to be dupes of the Fenty Gloss Bomb, which is one of my favourite lip glosses ever. The lip glosses from Revolution I've already tried and they're really nice. The clear one in Glaze is one of my favourites. I think that was in my yearly favourites for 2020 because I really do love it. It's very glossy. I mean, it's slightly sticky, but I don't really mind that glossy sticky feeling. I quite like it. Not great under a mask, agreed. This was a tenner and you get 3 little minis, so I thought it'd be a good way to try out the different shades. This one reminds me a lot of Diamond Milk by Fenty. It's got little shimmeries in it, this one. And then the peachy shade is called Starlight. I think I might go for Starlight, the peachy shade, on my lips today. They smell like watermelon. It's not quite as thick as the Glaze lip gloss that I really like. It feels nice, doesn't feel sticky. I like the colour. And that's pretty much it. That is a little testing video, a little roundup of some Makeup Revolution bits. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you want to see some more sort of brand only focus videos of just a full face of one particular brand, let me know what brand you want me to do next. I'm really into affordable makeup at the moment, really into drugstore makeup, affordable makeup. I just think I've had a bit of an epiphany. Why the heck are some of these brands charging so much for their makeup? Because I think vegan and cruelty-free beauty should be accessible to everybody, not just the rich and famous. All of us, everyone. So yeah, if you want to see some more from me, subscribe if you want it, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know what brand you want me to focus on next, and I will hopefully see you guys soon. Bye. I need to wash my hands.